What is going on, air signs? This is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. If you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. Also, guys, please be sure to check excuse me. Yeah, if you're unsure of your placements, go ahead and check the description box below. And also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody. Woo! Mine got scattered there, but this is your daily love reading for October 31st, 2018. Let's see what's happening right now, okay? Let's see what's going on. I feel good. I knew that I'm good now. I'm singing that song all the way wrong. My tone is off, but it's all good. It's all good. You ain't here for my singing skills. I got a separate channel for that. So, all right. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what is going on in your love lives, air signs. Jeez, Ace of Pentacles, huh? Oh, damn. You know, yeah, I just pulled a reading actually recently, and I kind of scrapped it because I didn't like, I mean, not that I didn't like the reading, but I was stuttering so bad, and I just was like, okay, let me just stop, let me eat. But this is literally the exact same freaking reading. The only difference is instead of the 3 of Swords that was here in the Ace of Pentacles, it was the 4 of Wands, I believe, and the 6 of Cups. Past stuff is coming up for air signs big time. And I mean, Venus is like, yeah, we ain't done yet. Venus, put your sleeves, why are you rolling your sleeves up? Oh snap. Oh no. Okay, so there's some things that we're emotionally drained about, air family, okay? And I feel like this, it stopped in the progress. Everything's stopped. Everything's not happening. Nothing's happening. Nothing's moving. Has to do with old issues, as you see here with that 3 of Swords crossing the Ace of Pentacles. There is a new beginning. Slow moving, you know, things, you know, especially with Pentacles, anything Pentacles, you could guarantee it's going to take a little bit before it gets underway. But you see the effects, you know the effects are building. It's just, you know, it takes time to build. Now, the only thing is that since we have the Hangman energy, there is nothing moving. There's a new beginning stand there waiting for us, but the only thing that's keeping us right now is these old issues, these past pains, right? These things that hurt us in the past. Now, I feel like it has to do with obviously a relationship, someone that we were in love with, someone, you know, the ideal partner. This is the King of Cups. You could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or this could be indicating here that this is really just discussing, well, this is talking about you feeling content or feeling in love. Like you at one period were in love. Now, some of you guys, you may have been a little bit more emotionally open, or maybe somebody was around you was perhaps either emotionally closed off. The King of Cups, he doesn't necessarily close himself off to people. He's very open, right? He's one of the things, if the King of Cups comes up, King of Cups is asking you to be emotionally open. But the thing is, sometimes people are really good at controlling their emotions, therefore keeping them to themselves. Now, could have been dealing with somebody that was keeping their emotions to themselves, or this is, like I said, you were in a relationship with somebody that you were still in love with, or someone that you were deeply in love with at one time, but now you're single. Everybody's single, or somebody's feeling very much alone, right? You still are probably, for some of you guys, you may be feeling like, you may be in a relationship, if some of you guys are maybe feeling single within the relationships that you're currently in, okay? And that's not fun. Especially if you got together with this individual that, you know, you feel a really close connection with, someone that you really feel, you know, deep emotion for. But somebody is feeling, there's somebody that's feeling like very alone, very isolated. This person perhaps gives you everything, but not the connection that you're looking for, not what you started out with. And now that's the old issue, right? Perhaps it's having to do with, you know, just kind of building the gilded cage, because at one period of time you had your heart out and you had your heart open and you were accepting love, but then something just went down, right? But that made you, that makes you feel alone, makes you feel like you have to do everything solo. But this is a gilded cage. Whatever happened here with this person that you're quite in love with, this dream bae, or maybe some sort of, you know, like I said, I think this is just somebody that you were in love with at one point. But this Nine of Pentacles, this is a gilded cage protecting you from more pain, but it's keeping the pain in at the same time. Three of Swords is sitting there right there next to you, but it's not like, it's not going to go anywhere because you're not moving. You're not taking a leap of faith right now. You're kind of, you know, your independence, you know, you're good, set. But the thing is that you're sitting right next to the heart that's still got swords in it, and you're not taking them out, right? It's like there's some old stuff that's going on that makes you feel like, okay, you could do it by yourself. And that's not to say that you can't do it by yourself, right? It's more of like you don't trust, or maybe there's somebody that you don't trust, or maybe you don't feel like you could trust. You don't trust that your dreams will come true. You don't trust that the dream bay will come to fruition, right? I don't know if this Three of Swords for some of you guys may be that, you know, you don't want to put yourself out there again and get hurt. But thing is, I feel like you guys are starting to get really bored with how things are. Like no movement, nothing. Just stagnancy and some ends, and it's just like it's perpetuating, it's getting worse. And I get this feeling from some of you guys out here, like you guys are really looking at ways of trying to excite your life, get some vibrancy back, or at least go into a direction in which you could feel like you're building something that's worth value. Knight of Pentacles, you are in a good place, but it doesn't mean you're emotionally in a good place. I feel like in the past that was you, or you're the, like I said, you were in a better place than you are now, because now it's boredom, it's isolation, it's lack of enthusiasm, right? You're independent, you're confident in all in yourself in regards to building a legacy or building foundation, excuse me, like building abundance for yourself and all that. It's great. But that could be also the problem too. Maybe what you were dealing with is somebody that is really good and emotional and all that. But when it comes to building, you know, being stable and getting to a place of security, you're the only person that knows how to do that, or the only person, you know, that you found able to do that for yourself. But this Three of Swords here is keeping up a lot of stuff. This new beginning that's around you. Whether this is an offer, right? The thing that's keeping you from seeing it, or from touching it, or from maybe starting something new, is that these pains here, these pains are keeping you from doing the things that you want to do, from getting out of this boring place that you're in, right? It's like, yeah, I'm set, but I don't want to be bored. And I think that's what's going on. Now, with the Knight of Pentacles coming up in the future, I do feel like you start to take it slow, but you commit to yourself in a way. You know, taking it slow, going in a different direction, you know, analyzing, being very cautious, but you at least take chances. You're very cautious. You're very aware of your deep capability of love, you know, because you love in the past, in now even. I think obviously the reason why you have this Gilded Cage is because you know you're very, very much, you know, when you fall in love, you love someone, you love them very deeply. And I don't know if this person hurt you. I don't know if it was like something that just ended, but the situation is this, like, you know, you can love someone deeply, you have before, and it's just like you don't know if you're ready for that. And I feel like taking it slow and, you know, going through it, that's the best process. Your goal and ambition is showing death here. Right? You want to honestly, it looks like your goal, your ambition, right? Your aim for life right now is to be able to say, it's to let it go, honestly. To let whatever this Three of Swords is going. Right? The Nine of Pentacles, yeah, it may be a Gilded Cage. It's a fortress that you created, but you're not satisfied with it. Emotionally, I feel like emotionally, you are good. You know, you can build a stability. You know that. Stability is no problem up to here. It's just being comfortable and feeling secure within a relationship. Because at one period of time, you were vulnerable. You had a vulnerable part of you. Or some of you may have kept that vulnerability tight because you felt like you had to do something for someone else. Some of you guys, somebody else may have had their emotions kept to themselves. But this person is always vulnerable. Even though the King of Cups may not say what's going on with him, he's vulnerable. He's feeling stuff. That may have been you. That may have been you at one point where you just felt like you couldn't say anything, but you felt all this stuff going on. And you don't know, maybe you didn't feel like your partner was good, was able to handle it. Or maybe the situation that you and your partner were in was just not in a situation where both of you could handle that situation. Or maybe the situation was this person wasn't opening up and there was nothing you could do. The King of Cups don't want to cooperate. He don't want to cooperate. He or she. But I feel like with this King of Cups here, this was you guys loving very deeply and in love, but then, you know, you just feeling like you're alone. But I feel like you want to try to let it go, to move on, to start anew, to get a new life, right? To have a new opportunity, to have a new life, restart. But it starts from transitioning, recognizing and being and acknowledging that these three swords here that are still in your heart are keeping you from being able to start anew. You have to make space for this Ace of Pentacles. There's too much going on. And I feel like you guys are trying to, but it's hard, right? Because it still hurts to deal with this. But that's the thing, right? The Hangman stops us to help, to make us look at some things. And I feel like that's the thing, right? These, you know, what we got going on as far as pain goes, it's still lurking around, it's still hanging out with us, and it's like that's the only way for us to really have something new is to get rid, you know, to, not really, yeah, straight up to get rid of it. Say goodbye. It's not going to dictate any future of yours, and it shouldn't dictate how you move forward. Those lessons from this is, you know, they're going to stay with you for the rest of your life, but it shouldn't keep you from being able to connect with people. It shouldn't make you feel lonely. It shouldn't, you know, you should be allowed to do whatever you want to do. But you can't have both. You can't have your old issues and your old pain and have a new beginning. Something's got to give. And right now, death is saying it's time. Wow, embrace the feminine. Wow, and this makes sense. Embrace your feminine really talks about, you know, there's a point in time where there is, you know, there's a part of us that is vulnerable, that's, you know, creative and passionate and patient and, you know, well, compassionate and impatient, right? And there's a part of us, right, that have that feminine where we kind of should allow ourselves to feel the way we feel, right? Because it's all about feeling and emotion with femininity. We all feel something, but to embrace that, we acknowledge how we feel. We acknowledge what's making those things, what's making us feel a certain way. And I feel like for a lot of us out here, we're kind of very, you know, especially as air signs, like air signs, period, like there's some of us that are more masculine and more feminine than others, but this is talking about truly embracing yourself and all of yourself. The part of us that's soft, that needs love, that needs attention, mostly, but I'm not saying feminine energy needs attention, but I'm saying that it needs to feel cared for and loved, right? Because it is caring and loving. And the only way you do that is by giving it to yourself. You have to embrace that feminine energy. I'm going to quickly read the affirmation, actually, to kind of, you know, wrap this reading up here. And you guys have embraced the feminine. Within ourselves, there are two parts to our nature, the feminine and the masculine. Here in the present, you need to embrace the feminine aspect of your nature and let it guide your steps. Now is time to be nurturing, creative, and to connect with nature, home, and heart. Listen to your intuition and emotions. Be receptive and compassionate. Be ready. But remember, whilst you allow your feminine self to be dominant, you need to temper your gentleness with a fire that denies all meekness. All right, y'all. That's a powerful ass message, and I'm gonna let you go with that. Thank you so much for tuning in, y'all. Be sure to go ahead and get your readings in before the sale ends today. And as always, love y'all to death, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye now.